How many of you know about the Q&A? A reasonable number. So I did ask a while back on Twitter if anyone could submit questions that they'd like answered. You submitted one? Well done. Thank you. Hopefully it'll be in here. Unless it's a shit question, in which case I'm
Is that how it is?
You're not Bridget, are you, by any chance? Hey, Bridget! There she is. Have you ever had a funny or embarrassing incident with another celebrity? And what happened? Two things spring to mind. Firstly, I met, do you guys remember Erasure? Andy Bell, the front man of Erasure. Well, I saw him in a pub in Hastings, and he said, "Oh, I love your band, you're great." And I said to him, absent-mindedly, "Yeah, Tim and Richard in King are big fans of yours. They're a bit older than I am." I didn't. It was absent-minded, like, they were really into Erasure, they were that bit older, and they just chimed more with their youths, and poor old Andy, he looked crestfallen, and he just turned around and buggered off. The loveliest thing, and I have to mention it while I'm here, is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney. You guys know who he is? So I bumped into him in my little hometown of Rye. He lives just down the road, so you do occasionally see him about. And it was Christmas Eve, I had a few beers. I should have been Christmas shopping, but I drank beer instead. And just as I was coming down the high street, out of a health food shop comes Sir Paul. We sort of more or less bumped into each other. I'm going to say, for the sake of poetic license, we bumped into each other, and I said, "Oh, hi Paul, I'm in a band called Keen." It was just after Hopes and Fears had come out. And he said, "Oh, okay, you know." And he then went down to Woolworths, so I hear, and bought the CD. And the next time I saw him was at Live Aid, and he was standing at the side of the stage singing all of the songs. So it was a nice. Sylvia? Are you Sylvia? No. Hey! You're not, you don't look like a Sylvia. You're pointing to a Sylvia. Hi Sylvia. We can now see you're in a good place. I'm in a good place. I'm in Liverpool. I think she means emotion as well. What techniques do you use to manage your mental health if you have a moment? I am the worst person to ask, I think, is the truth of it. I always just say, go and see a professional. If you ever do you know what I mean? If there's anything that's on your mind, I mean, your family and your friends, they're good to talk to, but they don't always give the best advice, is my view. And I always think just going and seeing a professional is the best thing that you can do. You change your life. You know, you've got stuff you feel you can't tell anyone, you feel ashamed of. Don't worry. A good psychotherapist would have heard it all before, and it doesn't matter. And it takes the way that, you know, when you live with something on your own, it's very powerful, and then as soon as you put it into a space with someone else, it loses all its power. So I just think it's, you know, that would be my one piece of advice. Go and see someone if you need the help. All right, there we go, serious bit over. Let's find something, John Rich. John, this is a poisonous question. Just wondering if you have been to a Mount Desolation gig, and what did you think, if you have? So Mount Desolation is the side project that Tim and Jessie from Keen do, and yes, of course I've been to a Mount Desolation gig,
Loads.
and it was great. And yeah, they're working on some new things, I believe, at the moment. Should I have said that? Probably. Have Tim and Jessie ever been to one of my solo gigs? I know Jessie has.
Boo! Traitor!
Maria, you're Maria, right? What is your name?
about no, because on your Instagram you said what song do you want me to sing?
I'm called Maria.
Which song? You're talking about the song requests thing? Right, that comes next. Maria asks, which are the worst and the best gigs you've ever been to? Well, well, not the worst, but I remember going with my wife to see Aphex Twin, and it was like a DJ set. And we were never quite sure when he came on stage and when he went off stage. Best gig? I mean, there's been so many. Macca at Glastonbury, No 5. Cat Stevens, I went to see him, he was absolutely fabulous. Many gigs. All right. I'm going to at the end. Two more questions. Hello, Tom, says John Rooney. Good Liverpudlian name there. You come across as a cool, calm guy. Oh, thank you, John. Have you ever had road rage? I feel like John's had road rage. He's looking for a bit of love. Kind of. I mean, I can think of the worst road rage incident that happened to me. In my I live in a little village, in the middle of the Kent countryside, and I was waiting for my wife to come out of the, the little 24/7 convenience place, whatever it is, and village store. I suddenly went very American there. 24/7. Anyway, I was parked in front of someone's driveway, but we were just going. Anyway, as we were she was about to get the car, this guy screeched up alongside us. He's banging on his window like this, get out. So I just sort of turned to him and I went, I'm going, you effing. At which point, he drove in front of me, screeched to a halt. It was like we were on the streets of New York. Got out of his car, gives it a big one, and then he comes right up, he comes up to the window, and he just head-butted the window. And I was obviously a little bit shaken up. Later on that day though, in the truest English style that you can get, I went back to the scene of the crime and I left him a note on his car saying, sorry for calling you an effing prick. I was like apologising. You could see the imprint of his forehead on the window. I left it there for weeks because it was it's like a great memento of good times. All right, final question. Ian Raleigh. So Ian asks, the name Hopes and Fears came from the lyrics of Snowed Under. Why didn't it make the track list on the UK or US version of the album, only the Japanese version? I don't know. I do know, maybe there's always, the Japanese version, they always ask for an extra song. I have no idea why. So they got that one. Anyway, Ian also adds, P.S., please play it. So, especially for you, Ian, and for anyone else who requested keen rarity,